Ian here for IrishBoxing.com. Mick, finally, you're back again. Last time out was over in England, in Brighton, against a tough opponent of 8 rounds and a win to see you back. Was a homecoming, or not technically a homecoming, but it was like back in Ireland. Was that on the plans next?
Mate, I haven't fought in Dublin as a professional, and Dublin's where most of my career was forged. Being on the national team, having so many fights down there, you know, it's something I've always wanted to do as a professional, and I haven't had the opportunity until now. So, listen, it is a homecoming. It is a homecoming. I believe I'm a bigger name in the south than I am in the north, and I'm from the north. With everything from the Olympics and everything else, I was I won sports personality and stuff. So it's massive, mate. It is huge, and I can't wait for it.
Why do you think you're a bigger name in the south than the north?
Many reasons, but the main one being, obviously I fought in there an awful lot throughout my amateur career, and then winning the sports personality, Ireland Sports Personality of the Year. Um, that made me kind of blow up, and then everything happened in the Olympics with the Olympics being shown on national television, you know, on RT, on every radio channel in the south. It was somewhere where I was just made massive right away.
And them iconic words being shown across radio, television, you know where.
Yeah, they're cheats. They're not from PG, they're always cheats, and it's right from the core right to the top.
And then the tweet as well to Putin.
That scared me. I always say it. That scared me after I done that because it was like my most favorited and liked and retweeted tweet I'd ever put out. So I was like, shit, I'm gonna get someone putting sign in at me with the end of a bloody umbrella or something, touch me with it, and I'm dead.
Um, how's it been back training in Sheffield with Grant Smith and then the Smith lads and Jer Hughes? I say it's good to be back at the gym and have another date to focus towards.
Mate, I've been in the gym. I've been in the gym. It's not like I'm just here now. I've been here the last 6 weeks, and then I took a week off last week because the fight date was changed. It was going to be August 22nd, and then got changed to September 5th. So I says, you know what? I'm in training. I'm missing an awful lot of my kids' lives. If I have a bit of time to go home, I'm going to go home and spend it with my family, and I did that. And this week, actually, I have my son over with me, because his birthday is on the 13th. So um, he's come over for the week, and then I'll bring him back at the weekend and straight back to training Monday.
I say it's nice to have your son over as well because he kind of gets the bit of exposure and the crack that his dad would have in training. And I've seen a few clips where he was throwing digs at lads and he was on the punch bags and stuff. So he's kind of getting a bit of a vibe to what you do on a daily basis, and it looks like that he's loving it.
Yeah, listen, he does. He loves being with me and spending time with me. So that's the main thing. Listen, as I've always says, I wouldn't want my kids to box, and I'm probably doing the wrong thing by bringing them because it's putting them in an environment which he loves. But he loves football, and that's the route I'll push him down. If you ever decide to go to boxing, I'd have to back him, but it's not something that I try to put in his eyesight an awful lot. These little weeks away where he can come and spend time with me and enjoy, and we just go out and do things and stuff is great. But they're few and far between.
Is he a Celtic man?
Of course, Man City and Celtic.
Oh, um, bring us back to the last time you fought in Brighton. It was the first time back in how many ever months. What did it feel like to be finally back in the ring? Like, was the nerve out? Were you nervous for the walkout and those first few punches? Charles like, oh geez, I'm back here again. How was it being back?
You know what? It was the first time in my whole career I haven't been nervous at all.
Okay, right.
It was that made me nervous, not being nervous, because it was like, oh, is there something wrong here? But I suppose it was just like I'd done the work. I did the work every time, but I'd done the work, and it was a smaller event, so to say, than what I'm used to, and I just went and got the job done. People before were probably looking at the opponent going, "Oh, he's shit and stuff," but now he's fought Josh Warrington and stuff. People are going, "Actually, he's not bad. He's tough and he's game he had a hard head. I hurt my hands on his head." Um, so yeah, listen, it was good to be back, just back under the lights, getting the rounds in, getting the movement going again, and working on a few things I've done with Grant. And I think for me, maybe not to the unknown eye, but I seen the things which I was working on work
Mm.
and realized a few different little things what me and Grant have been doing, and I was happy with it. It was good to get the rust off. I think it was 14 or 16 months out of the ring, so a long time. And now, it's only a few months ago, so I'm going to be getting this one a bit more fresher, a bit more used to being back in the ring. Still not fully there, It's
Yeah.
not going to probably not be the fucking world fucking champion style performance, but I want to get the job done. I'll look good doing it. I believe this one could be my best one, my biggest one in terms of show, atmosphere, everything like that. I'm expecting an unbelievable night, and the atmosphere, as always, will be unbelievable. But I think just because it's my first one in Dublin, my first one back home, so to say, in the south, it's going to be great.
I say tickets already flying out, Mick, from the perception that I've got within the few hours of it. It was literally launched this morning. I say you're getting phone calls and texts non-stop so far, and obviously Butch and JB handling tickets as well with you, so you kind of have a bit of a hand on it.
Yeah, listen, that's the thing. Over the last year or so, I've got a good relationship with the boys. I know Butch a long time and Jay a long time, but working relationship with them, and they're helping me get tickets moved and helping with the show. What's up, kid? What do you want? Okay, I'll get you one second. Um, so yeah, listen, it's been great to have them on board, and them it's helping me out, and helping with the show, helping matches, helping like getting the other ticket sellers kind of on the shows and stuff. So it's very good.
And I say it's nice, that work relationship and Butch again once out, kind of helping with like all Lager. So I guess it's nice for an all round kind of thing that whatever kind of way you look at it, whether out of the ring, inside the ring, you have people around you that want to help you along, which is great.
Yeah, man, it's very very good. It's I think the fact that it's Dublin as well, it helps Jay, helps Butch, helps their shows, helps everything, helps big time boxing get back to the city of you know the biggest city in the biggest and best city in Ireland, so to
Yeah.
say, the capital. So the fact that we can do that, and I can be a part of that, I'm very proud of it, and it's great for the boys to be a part of it too.
This may sound like a bit of a stupid question, but do you feel happy that you're back? Obviously from the fight a few months ago. Like, do you feel happy that it's finally here and you're back and active and you're in the gym and everything else is going along with it?
Yeah, mate. Listen, as I've always says, I love training hard. I love putting the work in, and I always love being in the gym and training. So that's the good thing. The activity is there now. That's why I teamed up with the guys at Wasserman, and we're moving in the right direction. So it's good. Yeah, I'm happy.
Um, there was rumors. It was rumors. There was rumors about you against Josh Warrington, and obviously you shut them down on an interview with Boxing Social. Has there been any more chat towards that, or is it still the same as it was?
No, not officially. Nothing has been offered to me or said to me. But that's one. If I can get rid of Jack Bateson in September, which I will, um, I would like to fight Josh Warren after. But there's no point in looking too far ahead because Jack's a good opponent. He's a tough guy, and he's a good boxer. He's on Team GB and stuff. I know Jack a long time. A nice guy. So for the public, don't be expecting any shit talk. I respect this guy. I respect him as a man. I respect his family, and I'm looking forward to going and face them.
Would I've wanted to ask this now for the past few weeks, and since we're on the Zoom, I'm going to ask it now. But would rematch be something that you'd be interested down the line?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I've been interested in that rematch since the day that fight happened.
Mm.
Um, that's always something that is in the back of the head. That fight's there, the Warrington fight's there. There's some big fights there, but I want to get back towards the world title, and that's the main thing. I was meant to fight Lorente. That fell through, and Lorente had a draw the other night, I seen. So, I've also reached out to his team and says, listen, we're happy to do it after. So, that's a possibility too. And I've got a lot of, fingers in different pots here, and trying to juggle things. It's a part of being a manager while you're fighting as well. You got to be looking a little bit ahead, but not too far ahead.
Speaking of being a manager, you have Kev, Dean, Jer.
Yeah.
Am I missing anyone? The
And Janae Boston over here in the UK.
Yeah. So I guess it's on the manager side, you're taking a bit more experience. Will any of them three or four that I've that you mentioned as well be on the card on September 5th?
I hope to have all of them out on that card.
Okay. So I say it's nice that all four of your lads are with you and hopefully wins as well at the end of the night.
Of course, that's the aim. Get all the boys back to you know back active, get them out fights, and then if they all come through well, there's a possibility they'll be out again in October. So activity is going to be key for all of them, and that's the aim.
With Kev, there was obviously supposed to be a Kerry homecoming last summer. Is that any time still in the pipeline? If that could be still made possible?
Not with me, no, because that was with the promotion. I'm not a part of that no more.
Okay,
So I'm not looking at that at the minute. I'm
okay.
looking at making Kevin in the biggest face possible and
Hmm.
getting back to winning ways first here coming up, and then go on, kid. I'll do it nice. 1 second.
No problem.
Get him back to winning ways and get him in a big fight, and I think we'll have one in October.
Hmm. Um, like I guess the experience with Dalton Smith is somehow world class. Just on the side with Dalton, how's he getting along so far? And some big fights coming up with him from obviously being in training camp with them.
Yeah, listen, Dalt's he's unbelievable. He's one of the top fighters here I've trained alongside, if I'm honest. When you watch him spar and how he works and what he does, he's very, very good. And he's in New York now because the world title, which he is mandatory for now, is being fought for this weekend, and he hopes to challenge the winner. And no, that's his aim. He wants to have a world title fight this year, and I believe he will. And I believe he'll be very successful in it because, as I says, he's supremely talented, very, very good, can do everything, and can punch very hard. So he's a tough night for anyone.
What are you thinking towards Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano? The trilogy or the trilogy, as we're calling it, a tough fight for Katie. Obviously, you being in the amateur setup, I'd say it's nice to go through the years and hopefully for Katie to roll back the years and to get that 3-0.
Yeah, listen, I believe it'll be another Kitty Taylor win, if I'm going to be honest. Um, I believe she won the first two. The first one was the closest one. The second one, even though there was probably a bit more of an uproar, I thought she won that much clearer than the first one. So um, I think she'll go in there and do the job again. And, I'm always proud to see Kitty go out there and perform because she's an unbelievable athlete. As I've always said as well, she's the closest thing I've met to a saint, the closest woman I've met to a saint. It's a very, very special fighter, and you know, in my opinion, Ireland's best ever professional boxer.
What was it like being an amateur camp with her? Anything you can say about rolling back the years and just any funny moments that you could even recall or good moments you could recall with her on the amateur camp?
It may not come across on social media and stuff as much, or on the press conference and all that there. But has a great sense of humor, and it's
Mm.
very funny. She loves cracking jokes and having a laugh. So she was always a good part of the team, and a good person to be around because you see how dedicated and professional she was at all times. And that's something I love, and something I always asked of all my own fighters who I work with is, if you give me 100%, I'll give you 100% and put the work in. I'll do everything I can to get you the opportunities which you deserve.
Just one last quick one. Would Belfast next after Dublin? It's your hometown. You've been at the SSC winner. You fought there. Roll back the years, Mick, and we go to the SSC.
Who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Who knows? If Dublin goes how I think it will go, maybe we come back to Dublin. Maybe
okay.
we keep the big time boxing in Dublin. And that
Grace
would be
walkout.
something which would be nice. Grace will always be a part of my work.
Yeah,
It's been part of all of them. So,
yeah.
that's always there. Hopefully, um, maybe we could get the girls to sing live.
That was gonna ask next. Yeah,
And maybe we can get somebody else there as well.
mm,
Maybe we can get a Dan McCabe or something. Who knows?
yeah. I, I I say it was class for them to be there live. Obviously, when they sang it out, was there any extra goosebumps and kind of looking across and like, wow, they're actually singing me out live?
I think,
Obviously in their hometown as well.
yeah, it was a video. Are you done already? Very good. There was a video of the walkout behind the scenes. I think it was Alex Arthur could have videoed it, and I
Is that
look
the
and
one
I
of you
was
dancing?
no, it's at
No.
the stage, and I went, this is fucking unreal.
Yeah,
Let's go.
yeah.
And it was, mate. It was special when you see how you're fitting in your home park.
Mm,
Maybe I like to do the park again. That would be nice.
yeah.
If we get this team next year, and the train is still running,
Mm.
and there's a world title fight in the pipeline, it would be lovely to have it in the park.
It's my first time seeing you live as well. So can we see you fight live?
Yeah, it'll be good, mate. It'll be good. It'll be
Yeah.
good. You'll enjoy the atmosphere.
I know. I've heard on the grapevine that Mick Conlan night is always an eventful night. So we'll see what
Yeah.
happens. Few girl lagers after. We'll see then.
Look, Raw. No, there's not gonna be. There's never at my shows. There's never really any trouble, so it's always good.
Yeah.
It's nice and respectful as always, and people just come for a great night, which is
Mm.
which is the best thing about it.
One last question. Three single words that we can expect from Michael Conlan on the 5th of September against Jack Bateson.
And the new.
And the new. Okay. Michael, thank you so much for coming on as always. Really appreciate it. I'll see you in Dublin on September 5th in Fight Week.
We'll see you then, man. And also, I'll give you another three: explosive, mature, and smart.
On that note, appreciate it.